Okay, this is Dwayne again. I'm beginning to learn how to record, but I don't have the editing capability, so we're just going to drive our golf cart down the road here a little bit, and I will put it on pause so that we can get this done over with real quick. Okay, I'm learning how to take it off of pause just for a few minutes, but we're going to go on down. This is Railroad Street in Dexter, Georgia, and they're paving that part down here, which we have to go down to get to our site. This used to be just a dirt road. It was really a nice little ride. It's kind of sad to see it being paved. Okay, this is where Mr. Earl Thomas lives, just outside the city limits of Dexter. I'm going to refer to Mr. Earl Thomas from now on as E.T. So E.T. and I are going to be digging up this meteorite. Okay, I see Mr. Earl may be home. We'll check with him just 1 second and see. If he is home, we'll holler at him. Okay, this is Mr. Earl Thomas. I'm going to refer to him from now on as E.T. So, but I'm going down to the dig, Mr. Earl, and see what we can do. Okay. We'll see you later. Okay, this is the fun part of going down to the dig. This is Mr. Earl's goats here. And I know I'm not holding the thing very still, and it's probably jumping around, but you get the idea. The crater is out in the middle of these pine trees. These pine trees were only about 8 years old at the time, so they were only about 4 inches across. And now they're a good 10 or something. Okay, there's the dig right there. And I moved my camper down here about a year or so ago. All right, let me get on in there and I'll show you the dig. This is Mr. Earl's dog. He kind of keeps things in check out here for security. And of course, Dude is always liking to see him. Anyway, here's what you're wanting to see on this whole video. This is the crater. I'm just going to give you a little rundown of what we've done here. We started out digging with shovels and 5-gallon buckets. We put a shelter over it, which is this shelter here, a garage. And we put a deck inside the garage, thinking that we could just keep digging down, and about 10, 15 foot or so, we'd find a big old meteorite. Well, calculating the size of the hole, or the crater, and what was going on, we're figuring this thing may be 30 foot down there. So digging a 30-foot hole is a lot different than digging a 10-foot or a 15-foot one. If you can see, we've moved the shelter back off of it, moved the deck back off of it, and we now have placed inside the crater scaffolding. And the reason we did that scaffolding is so that we can hook up the hoist to the scaffolding to pull a auger that we're augering down in there, and using the auger to go, 10 foot or so, or 12 foot down, dig holes in the ground so we can determine where this meteorite is. It came in at an angle, and possibly it's more over where I'm standing on this side of the hole, the crater, than it is on the other. If you can look over there on the other side of the scaffolding, you can see the blast outline. The top of the blast is about 5 foot down from the top of the surface, but that blast is the overpressure from the air that was in front of this huge crater when it came in. at about 1,000 miles an hour is what we're figuring. Had it come in any faster, this whole area would have been devastated. It would have been just leveled out. There would have been no mystery about a meteorite hitting here had it come in at cosmic speed, believe me. But since it blew up over my head, and a piece of it, like maybe a 30-ton piece, hit right here. The rest of it may have scattered out and burned up 100 miles up in the atmosphere, or however how long it was in the atmosphere. And there may be pieces that are probably pieces all over the county out here. We're finding these little balls that are magnetic that definitely came in trailing in behind this huge meteor. Now, if you look, you can see that blast wall real clear. And I am preserving that blast wall on that side over there. I don't want to dig it. I don't want to disturb it. It's got the little fingers coming out where the shock wave went through the clay, the red clay. It's got a whole lot of features. I want to preserve it because people visiting here, eventually one day visiting in a museum, I hope, will be able to see what we're seeing as we're pursuing this meteorite, which is down there. On this side over here, I did dig away quite a bit of the crater with the backhoe, and I did that for safety reasons. There used to be 2 trees right here, and also I believe the meteorite is right underneath on this side. If it went 30 foot and it came in at an angle, it would then go in down here. That's the borehole I'm going to dig today. Now I'm going to do another video as I dig the borehole, and we'll see what we get. I'm hoping that's when we're going to hit it. Let me go to another video now. I'm going to close this one out and go to another one. Thank you.